Honestly, I'm not racing to be first with this particular game because I honestly didn't even think I was going to be playing it. But I want to talk about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It is a JRPG, a turn-based RPG game. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what any of that shit fucking means. I don't know. I want to say that I'm a casual gamer because I'm not like really deep into things. But like, I mean, I grew up playing the Nintendo 64, a lot of WrestleMania. I grew up playing Call of Duty, GTA, Saints Row, things like that. You know, that's what we kind of grew up playing. I play FIFA every year. I play NBA 2K. I play a lot of video games, but I still would consider myself a casual because I don't dive like deep into certain games because sometimes I just can't get into them. And the reason that I tell you this, guys, is because when it's a turn-based game, like the mechanic, when it's that type of combat, I get turned off immediately. Like I see a video game and it looks great, it looks amazing, whatever, and then I look at the combat and it's like that, I want to just like cry. I'm like, no, bro, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. No way. Like, this game looks so good and I can't get into that gameplay. I just can't get into it, bro. I'm sorry. I look at it, it seems not very fun for me. It seems like maybe there might be a skill issue there for me. Like, I might not be good enough to play that. It's kind of like the Souls game. If you guys remember, I talked about Souls game. I hate those fucking games. A lot of you guys got mad at me. Were like, oh, you're fucking suck. You're not a real gamer. You just can't play. It's a skill issue, yada, yada. Okay. It probably is. That's why I don't like them. So it's just tough. And especially now that I have a gaming channel and I play a lot of games and stuff like that. I honestly, when I was younger, I looked for the challenge, like playing in normal or playing in hard difficulty and stuff like that. But now, quicker that I can get through a game sometimes, the better. Like, I still want to enjoy it, but I don't want to burn my head trying to fight a character or somebody because it's going to be really hard for me to get through. And I spend hours doing that when I need hours to edit. I need hours to work on videos and things like that. So playing and beating games at like their highest difficulty isn't like on my main bucket list anymore. And so when I see a game that features that turn-based combat, it kind of scares me. It scares me because I'm like, I don't know that I'll get into it. I don't know that I'll like it. I don't know that I can even play this. But something just kept happening with Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Like, the game kind of came out of nowhere for me. But I keep up with Game Ranks and Jake Baldino, so I usually get a lot of my stuff from them. And I'm like, oh, okay. I know that Jake had been talking about this game in particular for a while, but when it finally did come out and it finally did release, I saw some of like the gameplay that I was shown on Twitter by a lot of these people that were enjoying the game, stuff like that, saying it's really good and stuff like that, but I never really paid that much attention to it. And I'm like, okay, sometimes I am victim to this, and I think some of you guys may be as well. You see a game come out and you see the trailers everywhere, you see the hype, and you see everyone kind of playing it and everybody saying how great and amazing the game is, that you are like, oh shit, I want to hop into this, I want to be part of it too, I want to play it. And so sometimes I have bought a game because it looks so good everywhere, and I'm like, oh shit, this looks awesome, let me buy it. I buy it, then I start playing it, and I realize you knew better, Brandon. You knew better. You knew you weren't gonna like it. You knew it has something that you don't usually like, so why would you fucking buy it? Because of that hype, because of that, like, oh shit, I want it too. And that's kind of what was happening with a few games for me personally. Like, I've seen a few games released this year and a little bit in 2024 where I'm like, oh shit, I want this game. I want it, but because everybody else wants it too, and I'm like, oh shit, like, it's not because like, oh, I want to be a part of that. No, it's just because they hype it up. It looks so good. It looks so fun. And I want to play cool, fun game. But I was like, no, I got to control myself. Can't be spending money on dumb shit like that. So Clair Obscur Expedition 33 comes out. There's a lot of praise. People are calling it Game of the Year. People are saying that it's great, that it's fabulous, that it's awesome. People are saying that it's one of the best games ever already. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And then they're saying that this is a AA game. This isn't even a AAA game. This is a studio of like 10 to 20 people. Or no, I don't want to misquote it, but I think it's somewhere in the region of 10, 20, or 30 people, I think, that worked on this game. And a lot of these developers left Ubisoft to work on a game that they were passionate about. So that's what this game kind of is. And I was starting to look at it a little bit more. My interest got piqued a bit. And I'm like, okay, this game actually looks kind of good. I started replaying The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, doing some side quests. And I'm just thinking, like, I see some of the trailers or I see some of the gameplay on Twitter and it kind of looks similar in like how they're moving and stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe this looks good. Maybe this looks like a game that I'll enjoy. So I take a look at it and then I realized it's a turn-based RPG. I got instantly turned off. I said, fuck. I can't believe it. I said, this is not going to be a game for me then, no matter what, because I can't just pretend to be into the game, play it, and try to get content out. If I'm just not into it, I'm not into it. And I just left it. But then I keep seeing things about the game, and it's June. The game came out in April. Usually a game comes out and there's some hype around it. It lasts a few weeks, 2 weeks maybe, 3 weeks at most, and then it's over. It's done. But this game has been out well over 2 and 3 weeks, and there's still people playing it, still people talking about it. I saw a Twitter post yesterday, as of the recording of this video, where this guy said, just finished Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It is easily my game of the year. Wow, I can't believe a dev team this small created something so good that could be a TV mini series. That's what he wrote. That's what he said the writing and the story of the game was. I can't remember the name. If I find the tweet, I'll show it here to you guys. That piqued my interest again. I said, well, fuck, what do you mean? A TV series? The writing is that good? Obviously, one of the main characters is played by Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil. You know, great actor, been watching a little bit of that. And I'm just thinking, okay. This is actually piquing my interest again. But then I remember, turn-based RPG. Brandon, you suck at that shit. You can't play it. You're a piece of shit. You're trash. Don't act like you're a gamer. And I'm like, okay. And I stop. But then I'm like, nah. Let me see again. So I go and I check out game ranks before you buy. I love watching those. I'm sure a lot of you guys like watching them too. So I end up checking out the Clair Obscur before you buy. I skip through the story stuff because I really didn't want to hear much about that because I kind of wanted to go in blind for the most part if I did play it. And I go to gameplay. So I'm like, okay, let's see what my boy Jake thinks about the game. Because this is where the game has to be sold to me. Because if the gameplay is something that looks too hard, that I cannot get into, that I cannot find enjoyable, then I won't be able to do it. Sadly, I just won't be able to do it. The game is $50. So it's cheaper than what usual games are right now. But still, I'm just like, I don't know that I can do it. So I look at the gameplay and it looks like turn-based RPG. And he explains it to me and everything. And he says that it gets more complicated as you go. And I'm like kind of scared. But at the same time, it looks kind of fun. I'm like, that was the longest I had really looked at a turn-based game where it was like, okay, I think I kind of get the gist. I attack, then the enemy attacks, and then I attack, and then the enemy attacks. Kind of like a board game almost. I don't know if I'm butchering that, but that's kind of how it was. And I'm like, okay, I think I could do it. It looks kind of fun. GameRank said that it was one of like the best turn-based RPG combat mechanics that he had seen in a really long time. The developers were saying that they tried some new things to make it really impactful, make it really feel like a fight, like really cool, to make it fun and engaging. So I said, okay, I'm going to try it. Fuck it. I said, fuck it, I'm going to try it. And so I get PC Game Pass on the laptop here that I have, and I get the game just to try it out. I got a PC Game Pass for $1 because they had like this deal. So I'm like, okay. And I try it because I was going to buy it on the PS5, but I didn't want to spend the $52 because I wasn't sure that I was going to like it. I was scared. So I hop into the game. I start playing a little bit of it, and I played the prologue, the entire prologue, okay? I played the entire prologue, and I got to Act 1. I stopped at Act 1. So that's what I have played so far, okay? It fucking blew my mind, honestly, and I really didn't think it would. Because the game starts off, and I'm like, okay, the soundtrack. I'm a sucker for soundtracks. Whether it's in movies or TV shows or in games. I love a good soundtrack. And the music that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has is phenomenal. It's haunting. It's beautiful. It's desperate. It's scary. It's powerful. Amazing. The game stars, the acting by Charlie Cox is actually really, really good. And I just saw a video that he only was in the studio for about 4 hours or so. So I'm curious to see how much more he speaks. But he did wonderful in the early scenes that I saw him as. And the game takes me by surprise. I'm going to go into light spoiler territory here for what I have played. Again, remember, I've only played the prologue. So I only played about an hour or so of the game. But there's this paintress who every year paints a number, and whatever number she paints, if that's your age, you die. So for example, if the number that she has is 35, everybody that's 35 around that area or in the world or in France, I don't know, when she erases it and puts 34 on it, everyone that was 35 starts dying. They just instantly disappear and turn into like little flowers and they die. And so what they do is you get a bunch of people that are now 34, which are the next ones to die in a year, and they set out to fight the paintress, I guess, to stop her, to kill her, to stop this from happening. And this has been going on for a really long time. And so the game starts with our character going to meet an old girlfriend. And I didn't pick up on this from the beginning, guys. Now, again, this is light spoiler territory. I did not pick this up on the beginning. He goes to talk to her. He gives her this flower. She's wearing it, and we're kind of doing this celebratory thing, and we're talking, and it's kind of bittersweet, and it feels almost like sad, and like I don't know, it just felt like these two characters had a lot of history and they loved each other and they wanted to be together and stuff like that, but for some reason they didn't. And so we're heading our way through the town, going down the harbor, and when we finally get to the harbor, in my head I'm thinking, what's going on here? Like, are we gonna see the people that are about to die? And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm going on the expedition clearly because I know the character from the marketing and stuff, and then this girl here that's next to me, like his ex-girlfriend, she's gonna go on the mission too, and I guess we're all gonna be together. But I didn't realize, and I don't know why, I don't know if I was stupid or if I wasn't paying attention, it was maybe too late, but I didn't realize that she was 34. He's 33, and they're about to go down from 34 to 33. So that means everyone that's 34 is gonna die. She's 34. And when Painter's wakes up and puts the number down to 33, everyone starts disappearing. This music starts getting loud, and then the girl that was next to me, his lover, from like our main character, she slowly ends up disappearing before his eyes. Wow. I mean, wow. I'm getting goosebumps right now. I mean, it blew my mind. I said, no fucking way, bro. Brandon, you're stupid as fuck, first of all, for not picking up on that earlier. This is crazy. So it completely took me by surprise. We end up taking care of some other stuff. We start preparing for our expedition because we're going to venture to go fight the Paintress. And when we arrive to the island or to the place where the Paintress might be around that area, this man comes out, this older looking man who looks like he's probably in his 50s or 60s or something. Like, he comes out, and some of our friends that are on the expedition with us are questioning him like, wait, how are you old? How are you this old? You were supposed to die, this and that. And as one of our guys is seeking answers to his questions, the guy just slices his fucking head off and then slices and blows shit up and goes crazy. I was like, whoa, what's going? So now you have a really interesting premise of what's going on. You have a mystery. You're wondering, you're facing these powerful ass enemies, and you're kind of lost by yourself. That's as far as I got. And I was insanely satisfied with the story, with the writing, with the acting, with the cinematography, with the score. Everything was awesome. Now, I say this, but now we go into the combat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend either. I put that shit on easy mode. I put it on story because I don't like JRPGs. I've never been comfortable with them. They seem really hard. They seem like they could bore me. And I'm just thinking to myself, let me put it on story mode just to see how it is. I'm sorry, bro. That's how it had to be for the beginning. I get into the tutorial and they start teaching me, all right, you gotta press X to do a light attack, and then they are going to attack you and you got to press R1 to parry and then circle to dodge. But it just kind of went smooth. And I was like, yo, this is actually kind of fun. This is actually kind of cool. I feel powerful. I feel strong. I don't feel weak. I don't feel bored. I don't feel lame. I don't feel any. Like, this actually feels really cool. Honestly, it feels really cool. Like, the fighting, the way that I attack, I bring out a lightning from the sky, then I hit them and it blows up, and there's these points that appear. I mean, it was dope. It was fucking dope. And what I want, I mean, I have a gaming channel, for God's sakes. I love gaming. But what I'm a really big fan of is lore and story. We love to cover video game lore, video game stories, and all these things and dive deep into the worlds as much as we can, especially for Call of Duty and other games. So what intrigued me the most is when these people were saying that the writing was incredible. Because when you have really good writing and a really good story, that shit brings me in. And so I did it because of that, but the gameplay actually seems fun. And I know that I've only been in 2 battles. I know that I have it on easy mode. I know that I did one of the battles in tutorial mode and the next battle was my own. But it felt good. It felt like I could get behind this. It feels like there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do still because I'm clearly in the very, very early stages, but it seems so good. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has potential to truly be one of the greatest pieces of gaming I've ever picked up. I hope to God none of you guys spoil anything down in the comments because I'm iffy already on letting this video come out before I even complete the game. But I'm going to be playing it heavily over the next few days to try to get through it. I will bring you guys my full thoughts after I finish the game, and we'll potentially be diving into some of its lore.